How we doing? Looking to see if I can kind of see you and your instrument. Kind of lets me know that y'all are in the right spot. We're ready to go. What's up, Anthony? All right, so here we go. We're gonna give it a go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Go ahead and let Noel in. So I haven't listened to your recordings yet. I started with the freshman classes, and I can tell you that a lot of the things that we heard wrong with the freshman classes had to do with the C sharps and the F sharps. So viola players, make sure that you're playing high threes on the C string and on the G string. And first violins, when you go to third position, your finger pattern looks like this. I don't know. Can you see? All right, 1, 2, and the 3 and the 4 are touching. Karen, stop smiling. I heard you. All right, let's do it again. It's the same scale, the D major scale. All right. Here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. All right, so orchestra, what we just played, that's the first 46 measures of your scale. That is what's due on Flipgrid by midnight tonight. Right, so just make sure that you're not forgetting about that stuff. All right, the next one is the unison exercises. Last week we started on these and they sounded like this. Okay. Today we're going to start at measure 25. Measure 25. Okay, it kind of looks like we're ready to go. Hello, Sophia. All right, so here we go. What's up, Wesley? No gang signs? Okay, all right, here we go. We're starting at measure 25. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. I finished at measure 48, which is the bottom of page 1. Robin, were you in the right spot? Okay, we're going to do that much again, starting back at 25. 2, 5. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, and. We're going to swap to the etude number 22 now. This is that one that we started last week that was. Today we're going to start at measure 13. We're at measure 13 and the etude number 22. Julie, why don't you unmute yourself and tell us the names of the notes in 13, 14, 15, and 16.
Okay.
Okay. You can do it.
A, C sharp, E, E, A, D, B, B, E, E, G, G, E, E, B, B, A, C, A, G, G, E, E, C sharp.
All right, that's good. You did a good job, kiddo. Everybody look at measure 14. Here's where some of the notes were not correct. Measure 14 is A, C sharp, E, E, G. The next measure, G, E, E, C sharp, A. All right? So no big deal. You just got some of those B's mixed in there and they're really C sharps. So we're going to play 13, 14, 15, and 16. And the notes I need you to be careful of are the C sharps. Those are the high threes on the G string, okay? Everybody kind of see where we are? Boy, it's so hard to tell. Blooms, are you awake? Oh, there she goes. Yeah, I caught you. Your eyes were closed. All right, so let's try it with me. Oh, I guess I got to turn the metronome on. Otherwise, nobody knows how fast I'm going. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2 and 3. Now, some of you stopped playing because mine sounded different. I'm playing my viola today, so it's not going to sound exactly like the violin part. Okay, let's try it again. Same measures. 1 and 2 and 3. Same thing, measure 13. Oh, he froze. 1 and 2 and 3. I'm going to go just a little faster. The metronome right now is set at 6-0. I'm going to turn it up to 72. So this is not too much faster. Here we go. 1. Oh, 1 and 2 and 3. All right, we're going to try it again. 1 and 2 and 3. One and 2 and 3. All right, let's see here. Sarah Stratton, why don't you play for me, kiddo? Good job, kiddo. Julie, why don't you go next? All right, not bad at all. What about Mr. Raul? All right, pretty good, Raul. Make sure those low twos are low on the E string, okay? Let's see, who else can we do? Let's have Karen Mancia. Great job, kiddo. Your right thumb, the one that's under your bow, make sure that it has the, what did we say that was, a jaw or whatever when we're talking about the monsters. Don't let it get straight like that. It's kind of the cool thing about this camera stuff. All right, this time, orchestra, we're going to start at circle 2 or square 2, and we're going to see if we can't get, see. Oh, wait, no, that's not right. We got to start at square 1, sorry. Starting at square 1, going to square 2. All right, here we go. right, here you go. This is circle 1. 1 and 2 and 3. I started at square 1 and I stopped at square 2. And we're going to try it again. 1 and 2 and ready. Check something. All right, we're going to go just a little bit faster now. I'm going to go up to 72, but I'm still starting at square 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Same spot. Square 1. 1 and 2 and 3. So orchestra, you know that today your scales are due on Flipgrid. Next Monday on Smart Music, measure 1 through measure 24 is due on Monday. So if you're not keeping up with that stuff, you gotta kind of start paying attention to what's coming up next. Right now, I need you to go to the Google Classroom for orchestra 3rd period. Sorry, guys, I started sharing the wrong thing. All right, so now hopefully you're all looking at 3rd period. This post we're in the stream, right? We're not in the classwork part. We were afraid we didn't know what was going to go on this morning with when Zoom was having problems. So Mr. Norton posted the attendance here, and our plan was we were going to try to do a YouTube live thing. But thank goodness Zoom got fixed. What I need y'all to look for today is underneath that it says chorales for class. A chorale is like a slow, pretty song. So if you're a violin player, you click on where it says first and second violins, and you notice there's one page of first violins, and then when that page is done, it's the same music, but it's the second violin part. If I go back, the viola has its own file, and then, of course, the cellos have their own file as well. And the bass, there's yours. So if you guys could take a look at that, try to get it open. If you can't open it, now's your chance to ask for help, okay? The music is on the Google Classroom under the Stream tab, and it's titled Chorales for Class. If you're having a hard time, just unmute and say, yo, T, I need help. Oh, there's Samurai Sam. Woohoo! And Andreas. Very cool. Yeah, man. Kevin doing his thing. All right, once you think you have it, if you can maybe give me a thumbs up, or I'm gonna keep going. And if you're having a hard time, then just say, "Yo, T, slow down." So we're going to start with the very first one, and the first one is number 192. Now, violin players, right now you don't know which part you're gonna play first or second violin. But tomorrow morning, once everybody submitted their test, Mr. Norton and I will split everybody into their two sections. So then by tomorrow, you'll know if you're going to play first violin or second violin. Today, just pick one. So to start with, I'm going to play the first time. You'll play along with me every time. But I'm going to play the first violin part. And then we'll stop and we'll kind of chit-chat. And then I'll play it again. Stay awake, Noel. And then the second time, I'll play the second violin part. And we'll talk a little bit. And then the third time I'll play the cello part, and then the viola part. And the fourth time, Mr. Norton will play the bass part. Because this class, I don't think we have any cello players. I think we just have Layden, the mighty bass lady. Cool? All right, so get ready. The metronome marking for this one is 70. So we're starting out with just the first violin part, but everybody's going to play their part along with me, okay? All right, here we go. 1, 2, ready, play. Four, three, two, one. Eight, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off. A couple of things about this first violin part. On the E string and the A string, they're all low twos because we're in the key of G, so those notes are naturals. And then the tied notes. Remember, we don't count 1, 2, 3, 4. We always count 4, 3, 2, 1. It makes us more accurate. All right, now we're starting. We're going to do it again, but this time I'm going to play the second violin part. Okie dokie? So here we go. 1, 2, ready, and. Everybody kind of doing okay? The second violin part it has the same kind of thing as the first violin part. It's the low 2 on the E and the low 2 on the A string. What the second violin part has that's extra is those tied quarter notes, 2 quarter notes tied together. They get 2 beats, just like a half note would. All right, now we're going to swap and do the viola part. Oh, this one. All right, here goes the violas. 1, 2, ready. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. We're all going to play, though. Everybody's playing. I'm just playing the viola part this time. 1, 2, ready, play. viola players, you have those weird tied notes just like the second violins, but you also had a couple of G sharps. So those G sharps are high third fingers on the D string. I think there was 2 of them. All right, now, looks like Mr. Jordan's going to play it on his bass, all right?
Can everyone hear that? Yes? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, here we go. On the bass, 1, 2, sit, and. Five, six, 7, 8. So the one thing that you hear right there, the only part that some people would have a problem with. There it goes. So the only problem I see that might be a little bit is you have a D and then into a D sharp, which is half a step right there. So you're just going to go. And the last 2 measures that you have right there, they're slurred whole notes. So you have to count it with the 1 slow bow, 8 count. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it.
Oh, sorry, guys. Okay. We're going to do it again. I'm going to play the first violin part, I think, but you guys are still playing along. Hang in there, Blooms. Hang in there. No, don't hit your head on the table. Charlotte's in the square next to you. Maybe Charlotte can just whack you to help wake you up. I don't know if it works that way or not. Yeah, no. All right, here we go. Ready? From the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. Now, orchestra people. How this is going to work, after today, I will be able to group you into the 2 violin sections, and then we have some violas and a bass player. I will put you into groups of 4. And then on Friday, we'll all log into class just like we normally do. And then after that, you guys will log off of Zoom and you will log into your Upbeat Music app. And then the 4 people in your group, there'll be a designated leader, and that's the leader that will invite everybody into the rooms. And during class time on Friday, you will make your recording of this chorale number 192, and then you'll submit it to Mr. Thibodeau so we can listen to them. So in between now and Friday, you need to practice this little part. It's not super hard. Do you guys think it was hard? No. And I think it's better that we start with easier music while we're learning how the software works. Once we get to where the software is second nature, then we can start playing some more difficult music. So on Friday, you'll be in your groups of 4. I'll give you designated leaders. Those leaders will send everybody's email. We'll send the email out. You'll all join their Upbeat Music app classroom, and you guys will make your recordings, and then you'll submit them to Mr. Thibodeau. All right? Now, before we let you go, I just want to make sure everybody knows what's going on. Last Friday, your first listening assignment was due. It's a YouTube video, and you just had to answer a little question. Does anybody remember something about that YouTube video from Friday? It's okay to unmute yourself and speak. Gabby, do you remember anything?
I remember that they didn't sound like how a traditional orchestra would sound.
Yeah, they were playing some pretty contemporary music, right?
Yes.
Cool. Leon?
I thought it was cool how they like slammed the bass and then it was just like making it as drums instead of getting actual drums. They're like really
Yeah,
cool.
they kind of did their own percussion section, right? What else? Sarah, did you recognize anything or did you notice anything?
A girl started to dance along, like while they were playing. Like she got up and she started to dance with them.
Can you say that one more time? I've got my stuff turned all the way up. I couldn't hear you.
She got up and she started dancing with them.
Yeah, so there was a lot of movement. A couple of things I was hoping that we recognize is that is a very famous orchestra from Cuba. Of course, the people in that orchestra are from all over the place, but they're pretty spectacular, and they are all women. Hopefully, y'all noticed that there were no men in that group. So that's kind of what makes that orchestra unique, is that they are from Cuba and that they are all women. So that listening assignment was due on Friday. This coming Friday, you have your second listening assignment. In Google Classrooms, it's called Week 2. It's the same kind of deal. You go into your Google Classroom, click on Week 2, open up that Google form, listen to the YouTube video, fill out the questions. It's not super duper hard. It's just an attempt to try to expose you to a little bit different kinds of music than what we normally would in class. Today, by midnight, you have to submit your Flipgrid recording of you playing your scales, all right? If for some reason you have a hard time with the Flipgrid, like logging in Google Classroom, there's a YouTube video of how to log in to Flipgrid. If you can get into Flipgrid, but you don't know how the test goes, look for the little icon inside of Flipgrid that has the picture of me, and that is the sample of me playing. And I know a lot of you are listening to it because I'll log on and that one recording will have like 97 views or something like that. And that's the whole purpose, is for you to play along with it, or for it to help show you which measures we expect you to play or whatever. That's the reason why that sample is there. So that is due today. All right, so we talked about our listening assignments and we talked about our performing assignments. Your first composition assignment is due on Friday. The assignment itself is not very hard, but again, some of the software makes it difficult. So you have to write 8 measures of a melody. That's pretty much the only parameter. That's like the only guidelines. All this is, of course, written down in the Google Classroom. You are going to use a piece of software
Does it
called,
have to be on what you told us to do it on, or can it be like on anything?
if you have Sibelius or
I don't know, just
Canal,
any other music stuff if we have any.
it needs to be on music notation software. So please don't write it no handwritten things. Does that make sense, Noel?
Sorry, my headphones disconnected. Could you say that again?
Nothing handwritten. It has to be on notation software.
The composition assignment, you have it posted on your Google Classroom, like the link to get there, or no? Okay.
Yes. Okay, so when you go to the Google Classroom and you're looking under compositions, I guess I could share my screen with you so you guys can see what I'm talking about. All right, so you go to classwork, you go down here to composition. We've put an entire 4 weeks worth of assignments in. not that I expect you to do them all right now, but just so that you can kind of keep tabs of what's coming up. So right now we're talking about weeks 1 and week 2. And it talks about write an 8-measure melody for your instrument. So you need to know, like, if you're a viola player, you're in alto clef, and if you're a bass player, you're in bass clef. You may use the key of C, G, or D. You can use whole notes, half notes, quarter notes, or eighth notes. And then that's the form, the Google form. That's how you're going to turn in your assignment. All right. Now, if you've never used the notation software called Noteflight, this 6-minute video here is how to open up a Noteflight. It's how you, and it teaches you how to like put the notes on the staff so that when you're done, your music will look just like the music that Mr. Thibodeau writes and gives out. Okay. So that first one where it says beginning Noteflight, that's how you get started, and that's how you learn how to notate the music on the actual software. The next video is about how to export to a PDF. Now, some of you guys, you're probably like, "Oh, shut up, Mr. Thibodeau. I understand how to export." But if this is something that you've never had to do before, then that second video, you can tell it's really short. It's only 2 minutes. That video goes over how to export your composition as a PDF, and then you'll submit it as a PDF in this Google form. I wonder if this will open. So this is what it actually looks like when you turn it in. You write your first name, your last name, your class period, and then you will add the PDF of your composition there. And that is due on Friday. Every 2 weeks, you'll have a composition. And each week, we build on to what you've already done. So this week, you're writing out the melody. The next 2 weeks, you'll add a bass part or a bass line. And then the next 2 weeks, we'll add a counter melody. And then 2 weeks after that, we'll add harmony. And then for the 9th week, you'll get together in a quartet and you will perform your compositions for us, okay? That is due on Friday. Now, today we worked on square 1 to square 2 in that Metesky Etude number 22. That is your next playing assignment, and that is due in Smart Music on Monday. Again, if you're not too sure about Smart Music, you can go to the Google Classroom, and there's YouTube videos in the Google Classroom about how to create your Smart Music account and how to operate the software once you get in there. Guys, don't try to do it all at once. That's why we've kind of spaced things out a little bit in hopes that you don't wait to the last minute. The most urgent thing is that if you haven't done your scale test, you need to do it in these next 10 or 15 minutes once I let you out of class. And then the listening assignment is super easy. You can do that in the car when mom's driving you to the Sonic. The composition, you kind of need to be sitting at your computer to do that. And then, of course, the Smart Music, you have to be at your computer. All right. So we're going to end a little early. We're like maybe 20 minutes early, give or take. If you haven't taken the scale test, I need you to do it now. This is why we're stopping early. The scale test takes about 1 minute and 45 seconds. So in the next 20 minutes, you could probably do it, maybe 3 or 4 times to decide which one that you like. Okay. So if you don't have any questions, you're allowed to log off and go take your test on Flipgrid. If you have questions, Mr. Norton and I will stay online until 2:15 to answer any of your questions, okay? It was good to see you today, guys. If you do have a question, feel free just to unmute and start talking.
Quick question. This is on Flipgrid, right? Like, is there anything on Smart Music?
The Smart Music assignment is due next Monday. Today is only Flipgrid.
All right, cool.
No worries.
All right. I'll see you Wednesday.
Wednesday.
Yeah, Wednesday. All right, later, y'all.
See ya. Kevin, is everything all right? You have a question?
On Noteflight, do we sign in with our Google account?
Yes, either with your Google account or with your school email. I think they're all linked together now.
Okay, thank you.
Of course.
What's up, Maya?
So about the metronome, or the one that does the beats, I
Yeah.
got one off of Amazon, but I feel like it only makes like one ticking noise.
Okay, hold it up to the screen so I know what we're looking at.
Okay. So it's like one of these.
Oh wow, that's kind of old
Oh,
school, right?
that is old school.
Can you hold it a little bit closer?
I don't
Man,
know.
I
like
can't
close
see the
up.
numbers. Hopefully the numbers are the same on both sides. Yeah, it helps
Yeah,
if you hold it in front of the camera, Maya.
they do. Okay, sorry.
Okay. 42. Okay.
Oh, wow.
So they just alternate. Okay, that's good, kiddo. You can go back. You can put it back down. So there's a metal slide at the bottom
Yeah.
that goes up and down. Keep holding it in front of the camera so that I know that you're doing it right. I don't want you to break it. All right, you don't have to hold it that close. I don't have to see the numbers anymore. I just want to be able to see it. All right, now that metal weight that's in the middle, it goes up and it should slide down.
Yeah, they don't. All it has on the side is like the little slide.
No. On the front, kiddo. On the front. There's a metal stick that goes straight up and down. Right?
Thingy, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
There's a little small metal part at the bottom. You see it? It's bigger than what the stick is.
Yeah, that should slide up and down.
Goes up and down.
Yeah.
There you go.
Is it
I mean,
attached? Is it attached at the top, Maya?
It does this.
There you go. All right, so take that out. Leave it out like that. And then
Right.
you have to slide that metal thing up.
Mhm.
And that's how you adjust the number.
Okay, because I didn't know how to do that at first. It's like it's supposed to do like one
Yeah.
beat.
And it has to be free because it's gonna tick tock back and forth.
Okay.
Now, does yours have a winder on the back? Do you wind it up or is it battery operated?
It's
I
on the
wind
side
it
the one.
Okay, so go ahead and wind it up a couple times.
Okay. It's one.
And by couple, I mean like wind it until it stops.
Yeah, I did. I did 4 already.
Okay, all right. Now, is there a start or do you just push it to the side?
Just take it off from the bottom and it starts.
Okay, let's hear it. There you go. So the higher up the weight goes, the slower the tempo. So if you were to put the weight all the way at the top of the stick, see how slow it is?
Yeah. Okay, I
And if
didn't
you put
understand that part.
There you go. And if you put the weight all the way at the bottom, then it'll click really fast.
Yeah.
There you go. Does that help?
Thank you.
Of course, kiddo. I hope you have a great day.
You too, guys. Bye.
Bye.
I haven't seen those in a long time.
Yeah, that's an old school for sure, right?
Mm-hmm.